The survey came back and it turns out your neighbor's fence isn't exactly where everyone thought it was. Now your closing's in jeopardy. Here's what a boundary line encroachment actually means and what you can do about it. Technology has made it easier than ever to pinpoint exactly where a property line starts and ends, and that's made boundary line encroachments one of the most common title issues that we see today. An encroachment happens when a neighbor's fence, a garage, or another structure crosses over onto your property, sometimes by just a couple of feet. It might have been there for decades. Nobody noticed, nobody complained. But the moment a survey confirms it, your title insurance company now has a problem. Here's why. In New York, if a neighbor has been using and maintaining that strip of land for 10 years or more uninterrupted, they have the legal right to claim ownership of it, something called adverse possession. Title companies can't predict how a court's going to rule on that, so they won't insure that little strip of land because there may be a claim against it. And an uninsured piece of your property is a problem that can follow you all the way to the closing table. That's why ordering a survey is really, really important, and why your attorney should consider adding protective clauses in the contract that address how encroachments will be handled before anyone is under a deadline to close. Here's the part that frustrates everyone. The most common solution is to ask the neighbor to sign a boundary line agreement. It's a simple document. It says they're acknowledging that there's an encroachment and they're not going to make a claim against that piece of property. Sounds straightforward, but in practice, hand the neighbor the survey, say, hey, can you get me this boundary line agreement signed? And they say, well, I need to look at it. I need to have my lawyer check it out. Meanwhile, your closing's fast approaching. You're completely dependent on the neighbor who has no urgency, no obligation to close, and is probably not calling you back. There are other paths forward. Negotiating a credit with the buyer or obtaining a signed affidavit from the neighbor, all of those take time. And time is the one thing you don't have when you're trying to close. Boundary line issues are fixable only if you catch them early and you know what to do. Order the survey, talk to your attorney before you're under contract. That's exactly why the home inspections matter, not just the physical ones, but the legal inspections. Give us a call.